Welcome back, my fellow Chibits, to the weekly Chibit questions. And before I begin and diving into answering a bunch of questions many of you asked, I'm gonna have to ask all of you, how are you doing? Are you doing good? Are you doing bad? Are you healthy? And I mean, are you having a good day or a good night if you're watching in the middle of the night? I mean, just please let me know in the comments below. And so, let us begin this video. Why don't you review Fogle anymore? Did you drop it? That series, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. With my first, impressions I made, I thought I was very clear with how I felt about the series, but just in case I wasn't for whatever reason, I didn't like Fogle's first 2 episodes to watch. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't like how the first part of the episode began with that cliche. It really was just off-putting for the main character, and on top of that, I just didn't like the story overall, the premise. It just didn't really stand out to me overall, so honestly, I just dropped it and didn't really care about picking it up again. And also, I've heard some things about the series to where overall, it's not the best thing in the world because I've heard a little bit of things in terms of spoilers when it comes to Fogle, so yeah. Do you ever see yourself living or moving to another state? To be honest with you, I really don't know. I mean, one of these days, I would love to travel. It's something I've always wanted to do. I do want to eventually leave Tennessee. I don't want to always live in Tennessee or be here in Tennessee. I do want to kind of, travel or see the world. I mean, I don't have the money or the means at the moment, but I would love to one day be able to travel around the United States, travel around, over into England, France, Italy, go over to see Japan, Germany. I would just love to see all sorts of different places in the world, and I mean, just right now, I don't have the option, but one of these days, I would love to do that. And if I could ever move to any place and live there permanently, to be honest with you, I like Tennessee. I really do like Tennessee, but I would like to move further up north, honestly. I don't know where I would want to move, but I would like to move further up north because I just love the cold. I'm not the biggest fan of summer or, heat, and so I would prefer, winterish type areas. And so, yeah, I mean, if I was to move to any other state, it would definitely be somewhere up north. I don't know where, but definitely somewhere up there. You're liking Demi-chan. What's a Demi you would like to see made up? I don't know how I should interpret this question. I'm just going to be point blank with you. I'm going to assume that a Demi I would like to see added to the series. Or are you talking about like a new creature that's never been fought up before, which I think that's probably impossible. So, if any type of creature I'd like to see added to the series, to the cast or whatever, I would like to see, look, we got a succubus, okay? I know we probably have an incubus as well. We have a succubus, we have a Dullahan, we have a vampire, we have a snow woman. I mean, those are very generic, and most likely we're probably eventually going to get some form of werewolf, because that's like the standard in this type of series. So, something that we probably wouldn't see that's not normal. I would like to see, in terms of a Demi, some form of ghost girl or something. Some form of, Spectre type girl. That's kind of a Demi I would like to see. Because, I mean, I know there's a bunch of creatures and mythological creatures stuff. I like to see some form of ghost Demi being introduced into the cast. What is your least favorite Gintama art? Ooh, that's a very good question. Now, to be completely honest with you, I love Gintama. I love pretty much every freaking arc of Gintama. Even the filler arcs of Gintama are absolutely amazing because the way Sunrise made Gintama and the way the mangaka, Gorilla Sensei wrote Gintama, it allows it to where you can do all sorts of filler and it doesn't really mess with the series at all. And so, to be honest with you, there's not really any arcs I really dislike in Gintama, but there is arcs that are my least favorite, which is what you're asking, and I would say my least favorite arcs of Gintama is probably the first 50 episodes. What is the best experience you've had this year, and what are you looking up to in the future your experiences to be? I would think my honesty video. My honesty video is definitely a turning point for this year because I felt like I could finally be free and just say what I want to say without any censors or whatever. I just felt like I could just be what I want to be and who I really am. And so, the best experience I've had this year is when I made that honesty video. Have you tried Bloodborne yet? It's a Souls game and it's amazing. Best lore in Souls. Okay, I'm just gonna be completely honest. No, I have not played Bloodborne. Number one reason, I don't own a PlayStation, which, as I've said, I'm an Xbox fan. I'm not saying that I think Xbox is superior. I'm just saying I own an Xbox. I don't own a PlayStation, so I've never gotten around to trying Bloodborne. I've heard it's an amazing game. I heard it's a fucking phenomenal game. I've just never personally played it, and one of these days, I do want to try it, and hopefully one day it might eventually, which I highly doubt, but I would hope one one day it would eventually come to Xbox. Which anime characters, if any, can you relate to on a serious personal level the most, and why? Some of the characters are Welcome to the NHK, Subaru. Some characters from a Silent Voices manga. The main character of Clannad. The male character of Clannad. Would you be interested in joining a Gintama Discord server? We have a few fans of you in there. I have personally never used Discord. I don't even really know what that is. I'm assuming it's some form of chat room or something. I've heard about it a lot. I just don't know what Discord is or whatever, because I've never used it. I don't really look into it or whatever. But would I be interested in joining a Gintama Discord server? Fill me in on what it is. I mean, I really don't know. I'm assuming it's a chat room or whatever, but I mean, let me know what it is, and, you know, maybe I would be interested in joining. Is there any chance that you will start streaming more on Twitch? Okay, so this is something many ask quite often. I've streamed in the past. I've streamed, you know, Smite. I've streamed, you know, Outlast. I've just, you know, streamed, you know, The Walking Dead, you know, all that type of stuff. And I've streamed in the past, and streaming is something I do like to do. I do love streaming on Twitch, don't get me wrong. And it's not that I don't want to do it, it just, there's a lot of times when I sit down and done with making videos, for instance like this, or I'm sitting down and I'm done with talking about anime or manga. I just want to sit down and chat with my friends, and I just want to chat with my friends and play a couple of games with them. And I mean, I know I could possibly stream and stuff and do that, but some of these sometimes when I play a game, I just want to, you know, I want to experience it kind of by myself. It's not that I don't want to stream or I just, you don't care. It just sometimes I feel like it's best if I just appreciate or enjoy games by myself. It's like my own personal time and space away from everything and just by myself. And I mean, hopefully all of you can understand. I mean, I do want to stream in the future, and I do plan on streaming The Walking Dead Season 3, the game, when it's fully out. I know the episodes are coming out right now. When it's fully out, I do want to do another, you know, live stream, Twitch stream for that, because I know many enjoyed my first 2 seasons and stuff, and I would love to do it once again. But at this time, though, am I going to stream? I don't know. It just really depends. And also, my Xbox has the preview update, so I don't really have an option available to me to actually stream right now. I do have this, like, new feature which Microsoft added, which is called Beam or whatever. I don't really know what the fuck that is. I haven't really dived into it. But at this time, there's really no option available to me because of the new preview removing the snap portion of, you know, the Xbox. So I can't actually stream and look at the chat on the side. So I'll need to look into that. I will try to stream more often. I just don't know when I will. I do want to do a stream, though, for The Walking Dead Season 3. And I might do a stream for some other games in the future that come out. And maybe, you know, Outlast 2. Because I've actually yet to play, you know... Is Outlast 2 out yet? I don't think it is. I really don't know. But I haven't actually looked into Outlast 2. It's something I also want to, you know, do a Twitch stream on, because many of you love my first Outlast, you know, like, Let's Play / Twitch stream. I might do one for that as well, so we'll see where it goes from here on out. Do you think there will be a continuation to Bleach? Honestly? No. I mean, look, I know there's a lot of fans of Bleach and all that, but no, that shit was axed. That shit was axed. Shonen Jump wanted Kubo out of Weekly Shonen Jump. That was axed. It's not coming back. Like, I should be asking a question. Will Toriko ever get a continuation? And that would be a flat no. So, yeah. But Bleach, it's not. That's just completely honest. Why is Horo best grill? Question mark. I'm insulted by 2 things. Okay? 2 things in your question. Number 1, why isn't your sentence capitalized? Why is why uncapitalized? And also, why is best capitalized in the middle of the fucking sentence? Like, what the fuck is that shit? Please, you know, actually, please answer that question. When you can answer that question, I will answer your question. Do you ever run into problems where people think you're younger than your actual age? Oh, you don't even know. Like, you don't even fucking know. Like, there has been so many times to when I have walked into Walmart, or I went to Books A Million, I went to all sorts of places to get insurance for my car, different places, or going to get games or whatever, and I'm looked at like I'm freaking 13 years old, and honestly, I'm the size of probably a 13-year-old, and I probably am, 13 to 14-year-old. I'm only 5'3", as I've said many times, 5'3", that's fucking short. There's people that are 15 years old, 14 years old, that is way above me in height already, and I'm freaking 21 years old, almost hitting 22, and I'm only 5'3". So, have I been mistaken for my age? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Like, there's been many times to where a person's walked up to me in the middle of Walmart. It's like, are you lost? Where's your parents? Like, I might have... like, I'm insulted. Like, that shit's happened. Yeah. And I'm like, do you not see the fucking mustache and fucking beard? Just like, that's what I want to say. Obviously, I don't say that because... yeah, but... yes. Yes, my age has been mistaken quite a bit. What is your favorite manga from Shonen Jump? Ooh, so I'm assuming current manga. I'm not going to say overall because, I don't know, this is a very vague question. So I want to say my current favorite that's ongoing in Shonen Jump. It's either One Piece or Boku no Hero Academia. I mean, I love Boku no Hero Academia, but I would probably have to side with One Piece. I probably would. I would definitely have to side with One Piece because comparing how long both series have been going on, One Piece has many years ahead of Boku no Hero Academia, and I'm more attached to the characters of One Piece than I am of Boku no Hero Academia, and there's been so many emotions and feelings I've thought and had while reading One Piece and watching One Piece, so my favorite manga would definitely be One Piece, currently in Weekly Shonen Jump. Second place would be Boku no Hero Academia, and then third place, obviously, The Promised Neverland. That's my, top 3 from Weekly Shonen Jump. If I was reading the Gintama manga, most likely that'd be number 2 or 3. I have no idea. I'm just currently not reading, Weekly Shonen Jump's Gintama manga. I'm only watching the anime. How do you deal with stress and anxiety? That's a very solid question. So, how do I personally deal with it? Well, there's many forms of dealing with stress and anxiety. Sometimes people like to just sit down, close their eyes, and lean back in their chair and just shut everything off. And that's kind of how they deal with stress or anxiety. Some people like to go to sleep, which is probably not a good way to go about it because that shows more along the lines of being depressed. But there's other ways too. Some people like taking their anger out of using punching bags, punching things. Some like taking out their stress and anxiety by going out and running down the street or whatever. Some like, playing video games. There's many forms and ways of how to deal with stress and anxiety. But my personal version of how I deal with it, usually what I do is I put on some music, like I put on either some form of anime song or some, game OST. I sit back, I either read something or I play a game. That's usually what I do. If I, am ever stressed or have an anxiety, I just do that. And if that doesn't work for me, what I do is I go and hop in the shower and I just meditate. That's pretty much what I do when, I'm dealing with stress or anxiety. That's my personal ways getting rid of it, but there's many ways others get rid of it, like I said, by either, eating, going out running, whatever. There's many forms and ways to get rid of it. And so, actually, this is a very good question. How do you all get rid of your stress? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. How do you get rid of your stress and anxiety in everyday life? Do you listen to video games / anime / movie OST casually? Oh, yes. I've said this many times in other videos I have made. I really don't listen to a lot of actual music, like American music or anything. I mainly listen to, Japanese anime OSTs, video game OST, and then probably some movie OSTs. That's the big thing I always listen to when it comes to, music. I'm just gonna be point blank. I don't really listen to any bands or anything like that. I mean, I've heard some things here and there, but overall, I mainly just listen to video game, anime, and movie OSTs, which you just hit the nail on the head right then and there. So, yeah, I listen to it casually all the time when I'm sitting down either playing games or just reading something. I always just listen to OST when it comes to these 3 things: video games, anime, or movies. Do you sing in the shower? Yes. Oh, yes. Many times I've sung in the shower. Like, I'll sit there and just start humming a tune from my favorite video game OST, or I'll start singing an anime song and it just sounds so bad because my voice shatters glass. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, you don't want to hear me sing. You don't want to hear it. Like, I'll break your fucking eardrums, okay? You don't want to hear that. So, do I sing in the shower? Yes, I do. And it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Burgers or hot dogs? Fucking hot dogs. I love hot dogs. I love chili cheese dogs. That's my favorite. I prefer hot dogs over burgers any day of the week. If you could be a type of servant from the Fate series, what class would you want to be and why? I would like to be the archer class. Because you want to know why? Because that would mean that I could kill my master and do my own shit for a little while, then go get another master and do my own shit and all that for a while after that. So, yeah, I would definitely be the archer class. Good sir, do you also play/read visual novels and light novels? And if, why is there not a review? Sobs. Yes, I do, actually. You know, Fate Stay Night, Katawa Shoujo, a couple of, you know, Yuri visual novels. Not gonna tell you the name, but, pretty amazing. You know, like 7 games or 8 games or whatever in the series. Fucking awesome. And then, there's other visual novels and stuff I've played over the many years. But one of my personal favorites would definitely be Katawa Shoujo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Katawa Shoujo? I think that's it. Am I saying that right? Well, it's about a, you know, actual series, or the actual story of the visual novel is to where there's a bunch of, kids in the school that have problems. Either they're missing legs, or they're, you know, they have a heart condition or something like that. I really love Katawa Shoujo. It was one of my personal favorite visual novels I've ever played. Now, light novels, do I read any light novels? Oh yes, fucking Overlord, you know, Spice and Wolf, freaking, you know, Sword Art Online, and that's just to name a few. I've read a lot of light novels and stuff, and so, yeah, and I've reviewed quite a few of them, too. I've, like, you know, talked about Overlord, I've talked about Sword Art Online, I've talked about, you know, Spice and Wolf many times. I've, you know, talked about visual novels as well. I've never reviewed a visual novel, I don't think, but no, I haven't. But yeah, I mean, still, it's just something I've never really gotten around to. Maybe all of you might be interested in that. Let me know. Would you be all interested in me talking about visual novels and stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Worst grade you've ever gotten on a test? Now, I'm assuming, like, regular tests, or you talking about, like, exams and shit? So, if you're talking about exams, I've always gotten, like, A's on exams, like, big exams. But regular test, I think the lowest I've ever went on regular tests, like in school, was probably C or B. That was probably the lowest I've ever gotten. But yeah, when it comes to regular big exams and stuff that determine overall if you pass or not, I've always usually gotten an A. Maybe the lowest I got was a B+ or something, but overall I've always gotten like an A on my exams. Preference, Brawling Go or Sweet Guy. Brawling Go is hell of a lot better than Sweet Guy. I mean, I love Sweet Guy. It's a good series, but I love the characters of Brawling Go. I love the design of the characters, and there's a lot of very nice scenes in Brawling Go compared to Sweet Guy, so yeah. Did Griffith do anything wrong? I think he's a nice guy. I agree with you. Anyone that says Griffith is a bad guy, there's something fucking wrong with him in the head. Would you want a dragon maid of your own? As long as if the tale makes sense, yes, I would like a dragon maid. Are you happy? I guess right now, yeah, I'm happy. I mean, that could change anytime. I can go stub my toe walking down my steps, and then I'll probably be very fucking upset. So, at the time, yes, I'm happy right now, but anything can happen to where I might be unhappy. Like, for instance, like, I break my fucking toe, I'll be like, fuck, you know, and probably be very miserable after that. So, yeah. But to answer your question, am I happy right now? Yes, I am. You should come to Vegas. Maybe one day. I would love to, you know, go see the casinos and stuff in Vegas. It's something I always wanted to see. I've always wanted to see the sights in Vegas and all that. Maybe one day. Can you make a video of you cooking? I actually have made a video of me cooking. It was my Shimonetta video. I don't know if any of you are aware of that series or not, but Shimonetta, I did a couple of funny little parody skit videos for the series, and I don't remember, but look up my, you know, playlist, my Shimonetta playlist, and you will see, you know, a video of me cooking stuff or making stuff, so yeah. Go check it out for yourself. I have done cooking in the past. Are you willing to sacrifice a limb or two and a little brother for a TG reboot? I get the reference, and I'm just gonna say right now, you're a bad man for that. But, would I sacrifice if I was given the option? No. I'm sorry, I feel like the anime of TG should die in a fire, because the first 2 seasons were just absolute shit. Like, they were complete and fucking shit, and anything I've learned from Full Metal Alchemist, when you try to bring something back from the dead, it turns out to be kind of disgusting and not what it should be, and so most likely it wouldn't be what I wanted in the first place. So, no, I would not sacrifice a limb or two or even a little brother for a TG reboot. What is your opinion on the anime man bashing Yuri on ice? Well, that's Joey's opinion. He has all rights to do whatever he wants to bash. Everyone has their own opinions of whatever they want to do. And so, honestly, I have no right to judge whatever he thinks of Yuri on Ice. When are you going to do a cosplay? Well, send me some form of, you know, outfit to cosplay into, and I'll cosplay. I'm being legit serious. Send me, like, a wig or whatever. I'll cosplay. I'm not even fucking joking. Seriously. I would definitely cosplay. So with that being said, I think I want to end this video here, and I just want to say, as always, please leave more questions in the comments below. Leave me any question you desire. Give me anything you want. It doesn't need to be anime or manga related. It could be about anything, and just ask me and just ask away. And so you all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate all of you constantly liking these videos and enjoying them and all that. It does make me happy, and I can see how much you all appreciate these videos. Every time I see, you know, you guys say, like, I like these videos, this is very funny, or my favorite video series on your channel, and I see you guys liking the video and stuff, it makes me happy. So thank you so much for everybody that's constantly supported this video series, and I want to continue doing it as long as you guys continue to want them. So thank you so much. You have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.